As tension continues to intensify for those eyeing the top presidential seat ahead of the 2022 general elections, we decide to switch focus and cover the campaigns of a man on foot eyeing the presidential seat. Now, unlike most candidates are spending huge amounts for their campaigns, he walks around with his party members are dancing as he shares his agenda with people he's able to interact with. Daniel Karuki reports.
In a period of 9 months or so to the 2022 general elections, it comes as no surprise of seeing politicians, especially presidential aspirants, walking with fleets of Porsche cars, massive crowds, and even choppers flying over their heads, trying to mass the crowds to come to their side. However, there is this story of this man who lacks all these, no massive crowds, no big fleet of Porsche cars, but him and his strategy of dance and style in dungarees and a yellow shirt, trying to get the crowds as he tries to get that State House top seat. Before Karriera kicks off his campaigns, he begins by briefing his dancers, who also sum up as his TGN party members. As part of his political strategy, he uses songs and dances to amass crowds. Once he gets the crowd's attention, Karriera shares his agenda with the people.
Hii pesa ambayo mmetuchangia itatuwezesha kesho tuamkie mahali pengine.
Now, Modhiora has concluded his show of his first location. He's now walking to a different stage to do a similar demonstration, hoping to amass more crowds. But I'd like to reach to him and ask him the question, why is he dressing like that? Many presidential aspirants are dressed in suits.
Yeah.
You're dressed in a dungaree and nice yellow shirts. So why is that?
Number one, we mean to pass the message to Kenya that our future is bright if we make the right decisions. I'm dressed like this because I'm at work. I'm working. Politics to politicians and our leaders is work, but most people don't take it as such.
What about the dancers? It's a new strategy we've seen. We've seen you dancing. Why so?
Well, don't call them dancers. These are party members of the Great Nationhood Party of Kenya. Campaigns like others have done before, we can use what we have, and that is talent, that is passion, that is youth. So we learned how to dance, and we are on the road using that to mobilize, and the people are loving it, and we thank God for the gift of this talent.
And how do you think you're doing so far in getting those large numbers of people?
Wherever we've gone, we have received positive response. People come to check us out.
What about talking to Mwananchi? Are you doing that?
Yes, of course, and we are doing it directly, and thankfully we are young, so we are strong, we have the energy. So we are able to reach a lot of people in a short time. Yes, we have slightly above 250 days to the next general election, but we have what it takes, and we know we will reach everyone that needs to be reached by the time August 9th arrives.
Okay, great. Modhiora Karriera is, however, not making his first major political appearance. Back in 2017, he vied as a presidential running mate and was even the only candidate to make an appearance during the running mate presidential debate.
We basically are targeting to go anywhere that Kenyans are.
These sorts of coalitions with bigger politicians, maybe like Bruto, Raila, if you approached for a coalition or a running mate position, would you consider it?
Well, the running mates question, that will be addressed in due course, possibly before February. We've been in talks with other politicians. In fact, we were amongst the initiators of the Muungano coalition, but unfortunately that did not go on well. Some people ran away with it.
You're promising to change the lives of these people. What's your economic plan, model or agenda that you hope will change the nation?
Well, it's not rocket science. In our constitution, under Article 43, we have entrenched a system which, if the constitution is implemented to the latter, Kenyans will not worry about service delivery.
Tuko na hope, na si hope pekee juu tunatumia action, tuko na faith. We have faith tutakuwa na a good leader come next year. That's what we pray for as Kenya. That's what we pray for as a nation.
It's cool when you know your leader, since there have been more issues about our leadership. So our hopes are Muthiora Kariara will bring change.
They ask, unatuachaje? So before we go on, we have to explain to them that if Kenya is going to change, we have to do our politics differently from the way it has been done before. We must stop expecting from politicians money so it can induce them to act favorably. So those are the threats that I have to neutralize before I engage with the people.
As the dances continue, Kariara is just promising me a first interview if he gets that State House seat. However, as he continues with his journey, he describes this as a success journey to State House. A president on foot. Daniel Kariuki for Switch TV, Kawangware, Nairobi County.